Training your dog to stop unwanted barking is a journey that requires patience, consistency, and a deep understanding of your furry companion's needs. Barking is a natural form of communication for dogs. It is how they express excitement, alert you to potential dangers, seek attention, or simply respond to their environment. However, excessive or inappropriate barking can become a challenge, especially in a home setting or around neighbors. The good news is that with the right approach, you can guide your dog toward quieter behavior while preserving their ability to communicate when it truly matters. Begin by understanding why your dog barks. Dogs bark for many reasons: boredom, anxiety, excitement, territorial instincts, or even as a response to your own behavior. The first step in effective training is observation. Spend a few days noting when and why your dog barks. Is it when someone walks past the window, when they hear the doorbell, or perhaps when they're left alone? By identifying the triggers, you can tailor your training to address the root cause of the barking. Once you have a clear idea of what prompts your dog to bark, it's time to address the environment. Dogs are sensitive to their surroundings. If your dog barks at passers-by through a window, consider limiting their access to that window or using curtains to block the view. If outside noises are the culprit, white noise machines or calming music can help mask those sounds. Sometimes, simply removing or reducing the triggers can make a significant difference.
Now, let's talk about attention. Dogs are quick learners, and they often bark because it gets your attention, even if that attention is negative. If you rush to your dog every time they bark, you may inadvertently reinforce the behavior. Instead, practice ignoring your dog when they bark for attention. Wait for a moment of silence, then reward them with praise, treats, or affection. This teaches your dog that quiet behavior is what earns your attention, not barking.
Consistency is key. Everyone in your household must respond to barking in the same way. Mixed messages will only confuse your dog and slow down their progress. Set clear rules and communicate them to everyone involved in your dog's care. If your dog is not allowed to bark at the door, make sure all family members follow the same protocol when guests arrive. Positive reinforcement is the cornerstone of effective dog training. When your dog remains quiet in situations that would normally trigger barking, immediately reward them. Use treats, toys, or enthusiastic praise to reinforce the calm behavior. Over time, your dog will associate silence with positive outcomes, making it more likely they'll choose to stay quiet in the future.
For many dogs, learning the quiet command can be incredibly helpful. Start by teaching your dog to bark on command. Say "speak," and when your dog barks, reward them. Once they understand this, introduce the quiet command. When your dog barks, say quiet in a calm, firm voice. The moment they stop barking, even if just for a second, reward them. Repeat this process, gradually increasing the duration of silence required before giving the reward. With patience, your dog will learn that quiet means to stop barking. Sometimes barking is a result of excess energy. Dogs that don't get enough physical and mental stimulation are more likely to bark out of boredom or frustration. Make sure your dog receives adequate exercise for their breed and age. Regular walks, playtime, and engaging toys can help burn off energy and reduce the likelihood of unwanted barking. Mental stimulation is just as important. Puzzle toys, obedience training sessions, and scent games can keep your dog's mind occupied and less prone to barking. Separation anxiety is another common cause of excessive barking. Dogs are social animals, and some struggle when left alone. Signs of separation anxiety include barking, whining, destructive behavior, and even attempts to escape. If you suspect your dog suffers from separation anxiety, start by making departures and arrivals low-key. Avoid long, emotional goodbyes or overly enthusiastic greetings. Gradually increase the time your dog spends alone, starting with just a few minutes and slowly working up to longer periods.
Provide comfort items, such as a favorite toy or a piece of your clothing, to help ease their anxiety. In severe cases, consult a professional trainer or veterinarian for additional support. Territorial barking is often triggered by perceived intruders, whether it's people, animals, or even cars passing by. To address this, teach your dog an alternative behavior. For example, when someone approaches the door, ask your dog to go to their bed and stay there. Reward them for remaining calm and quiet. Practice this scenario repeatedly, using friends or family members as guests, until your dog learns that quiet behavior is expected when someone comes to the door. Socialization plays a vital role in reducing fear-based barking. Dogs that are exposed to a variety of people, animals, and environments from a young age are less likely to react with fear or aggression. If your dog barks at strangers or other dogs, gradually introduce them to new experiences in a controlled, positive manner. Start with brief, calm interactions and reward your dog for relaxed behavior. Over time, your dog will become more comfortable and less likely to bark out of fear. Remember, punishment is not an effective solution for unwanted barking. Yelling, using shock collars, or physical corrections can damage the bond between you and your dog and may even increase anxiety or aggression. Focus on positive reinforcement and gentle redirection instead. If your dog barks, calmly redirect their attention to a more appropriate behavior, such as sitting or lying down, and reward them for complying. Sometimes, barking is a sign that your dog's needs are not being met. Ensure your dog has regular opportunities for exercise, play, and social interaction. Provide a comfortable, safe space where they can relax. Pay attention to their diet and health. Sometimes, medical issues can contribute to changes in behavior, including increased barking. Regular veterinary checkups can help rule out underlying health problems. If you've tried these strategies and your dog's barking persists, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Certified dog trainers and behaviorists have the experience and knowledge to address complex behavioral issues. They can work with you to develop a customized training plan and provide guidance tailored to your dog's unique personality and needs. It's also important to manage your own expectations. Training takes time, and progress may be gradual. Celebrate small victories along the way and remain patient with your dog. Remember, barking is a natural behavior, and the goal is not to eliminate it entirely, but to manage it so that it is appropriate and under control. Let's revisit some of the most effective techniques for reducing unwanted barking. 1. Identify triggers. Observe your dog and note what causes them to bark. Understanding the cause is the foundation of effective training. 2. Modify the environment. Reduce or eliminate triggers where possible. Use barriers, white noise, or other tools to create a calmer environment. 3. Ignore attention-seeking barking. Withhold attention when your dog barks for no reason. Reward quiet behavior to reinforce the desired response. 4. Teach the quiet command. Use positive reinforcement to train your dog to stop barking on cue. 5. Increase exercise and mental stimulation. Provide plenty of physical activity and mental challenges to prevent boredom-related barking. 6. Address separation anxiety. Gradually acclimate your dog to being alone and provide comfort items to ease their stress. 7. Redirect territorial barking. Teach alternative behaviors, such as going to a designated spot when someone approaches the door. 8. Socialize your dog. Expose your dog to new experiences in a positive, controlled manner to reduce fear-based barking. 9. Avoid punishment. Focus on positive reinforcement and gentle redirection rather than punishment. 10. Consult professionals when needed. Seek help from certified trainers or behaviorists if barking persists despite your efforts. Consistency, patience, and understanding are the pillars of successful dog training. Every dog is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. Be willing to adapt your approach based on your dog's personality and needs. Celebrate progress no matter how small, and remember that building a strong, trusting relationship with your dog is the most important foundation for any training. In addition to these practical steps, consider the emotional needs of your dog. Dogs thrive on companionship, structure, and positive interactions with their humans. Spend quality time with your dog every day, engaging in activities that you both enjoy. A well-balanced dog is less likely to develop behavioral issues, including excessive barking. Training your dog the right way is not just about stopping unwanted behaviors. It's about building a deeper connection and understanding between you and your pet. By approaching barking with empathy, patience, and the right techniques, you can create a peaceful home environment while ensuring your dog remains happy, healthy, and well-adjusted. Remember, every bark tells a story. With time and dedication, you can help your dog find their voice in a way that fits harmoniously into your life together.